Finding out who I am and who I want to be has never been so clear-cut and simple. As I was growing up, the professions I wanted to be were a pediatrician, graphic designer, labor and delivery nurse, and a psychiatrist. I've always listened to people complain about working and dread going to work each day. I didn't want to make that same mistake. As cheesy as it is, the saying, "Find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life," seems so appealing. I wanted to be happy with my choice of a career. To ensure that this would happen, I spent several years analyzing myself and different career paths to find the best fit for me. I've always wanted a life of excitement. I want to do something different each and every day. I want to do something so extravagant that people can only dream of doing. This idea never really changed, but my feeling towards it have. What do you want to be when you grow up? This question is thrown at kids who have no idea what it means to decide a career. As far back as I remember, my answer has always been the same: a pediatrician. The vision of future Brooke was clear. I pictured myself sitting in a bright, kid-friendly exam room with a young child laughing and cracking jokes during their annual checkup. I'd be wearing a lab coat that read my name in fine black stitching. I've always regarded the medical field as being high and mighty. To me, there's no profession more noble. No matter what career I'd imagined, I'd always known that I wanted to do something good for the world, be someone who contributed in a positive way. Or so I thought. By the age of 13, most people change a lot in their life. Their views and ideas towards the world transform. At this point, so did my idea of a career. I had a pretty good grasp as to what it meant to be a doctor. Years upon years of school and immense amounts of money. I took a step back and assessed this new point of view. I didn't want to be drowning in debt for the rest of my life. I wanted to do something big. I wanted to be something my parents would brag about to friends and strangers alike. I've watched countless movies that are centered around being successful with exciting jobs. This idea always seemed so perfect. I didn't want to live a life where I dreaded waking up and having to go to work. Being a graphic designer sounded so fun and exciting, and I even had a little bit of experience. So now my vision has changed. I imagined myself attending art school in Chicago at the School of the Art Institute. I saw myself graduating with an impressive portfolio and accepting a job offer in New York City. I saw myself living in an apartment with a beautiful view. But being a graphic designer didn't quite fit my idea of doing something good for the world. My job would be to make something that would make companies and different brands money. That's it. I hate greed and I didn't want to be a part of it. Again, it was time to reevaluate. I was still obsessed with the idea of being a medical professional, but not too keen on the amount of time or money it took. Then I realized, nursing. I thought it only made sense to be a labor and delivery nurse. I'd be helping people and not be engulfed in years of college and debt. It seemed perfect, right? Wrong. I have an irrational fear of needles. How could I be a nurse who couldn't give a shot? Maybe I'd be able to get over it. I just have to deal with needles because bringing a life into the world is so beautiful that I'd be able to overcome it. At this point, everything seemed perfect. I now envisioned myself checking up on a fragile newborn and handing him or her back to an exhausted mother, and I'd excitedly announce that she has a healthy baby. But then I realized that I won't always be handing back a healthy baby. As a person, I grow easily attached. I wouldn't be able to deal with the sadness that may come from this career. It just wasn't right for me. Not distancing myself from the medical field, I felt that psychiatry would be a good fit for me. I knew that this career meant all of that school and money again, but this time it just felt right. I'd be doing something I love, helping people, and making a positive impact. But I already said that I get attached too easily. I'd grow too attached to patients and want so strongly to help them, but I may not be able to. Not everything can be so easily fixed. I'd end up exhausting myself just trying to help, and I'd eventually weaken my ability to do so. I needed to reassess my values. I want to help and make a positive impact. I want to get a message out to the world and better it. I want to travel. I want to have a family and I want to be active in it. I love working with children. I love learning. I don't want every day to be the same as the last. How could I achieve all of this? Teaching. Through teaching, I could better the world, help people, teach children to be kind, and I can have my time off and spend time with my own family in the future. I can use my breaks to travel. It finally makes sense and everything fits into place like a lock and key. Teaching is the perfect profession for me. I can think of no better fit for myself. Trying to find what career I would follow allowed me to find who I am as a person. I found that I care deeply about others. I fight for equality and justice. I want everyone to have an equal opportunity. I will always stand up for what I believe in. These traits for myself have a perfect fit for a career, and that's teaching. I now know myself more than I ever have before. I know that my journey is not over, and I will continue to learn more about who I am, and I know teaching is a great place to start.